Hello, welcome to another episode of Slay the Spire. We're gonna jump right into it. We lost our win streak before. It sucks. We boss swapped. I am bad at boss swaps. So, it might be time to do... If you wanna be great, you wanna know what the greats know and do what the greats do. Here's what the greats do, is they do a 50 run sample size on just boss swaps to learn how to do it better. Slime bow, best post-chest act we can get is probably fire burning elite into shop, I guess, which is decent, but the fire burning elite being all we can do kind of sucks. We could hit elite fire elite though if we are really strong. So I would be totally happy taking a common right clear. It's one of my favorite ones. But we're not going to do that. We're going to try and get good at the game by boss swapping 50 times. I don't know if we'll actually get to a sample size of 50. That's a whole lot. If you watched my last run, you'll know why I'm laughing. It's because we got... Also, look at this. I'm just realizing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're forced into a floor 6 elite. That's horrible. Good news, this guy rolled 11 health. Bad news is 2 strikes. Good news is we are able to block out here. Good, we drew 3 attacks this turn, so he should be dead here. As long as we draw 2 more attacks, which we did. No damage on floor 1. Floor 1 Blade Dance seems very wise. Prepare to synergy with Hovering Kite. I'm gonna take the Blade Dance, it's much more important. In this fight, for example. Man, I missed that Ring of the Snake, but we need to learn how to play without it. It's been a crutch for us for too long. How do you win silent when you do not start with 7 cards in your opening hand? How is it even possible? Well, this seems like a no-brainer. This makes up for the missing cards already. Healing 14 is pretty good. Removing a card is also nice. Let's get rid of a defend. Upgrade, Blade Dance. Good, we got 3 attacks on turn 1. Not quite lethal. That's okay. It's a no damage fight. Phantasmal Killer is extremely good, and we are extremely powerful. No Phantasmal Killer on 1 though, that's extremely unlucky. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So this is 30 damage right now, and we should probably just do it, and I guess not Phantasmal Killer, so we don't take as much damage because we're not angering the Gremlin Knob that way, and then next turn we pray that we draw just 1 more strike at least. 1 more strike, yeah, there we go. Not a bad Gremlin Knob. Used a dang good potion, but that's okay. Don't want to add these to my deck. Let's upgrade Acrobatics. Just get a little bit more card draw. And it's Laga. I guess we open now. Here we go. This is not an easy fight, but the Phantasmal Killer helps a lot. Good. We got the Phantasmal Killer with a strike coming up next turn. That's ideal. I do want to weaken. And I will toss the Assunder's Bane to be able to play all of these cards. Hopefully we draw acrobatics here. Nice. Nice, and then we get to play... do we take 15 here? I think we do. 48 is a lot of damage to deal. So we could either deal 12 or however much we think this will be. If we draw Blade Dance, this is more than 12. If we don't draw Blade Dance, then this is only 9, which is only a little bit worse than 12, so. That's bad. Are we just dead now because we didn't draw Blade Dance? We missed the 1 and 6. Or missed the 5 and 6, whatever. Well, Phantasmal Killer has to happen. And we know what we're drawing next turn. 4, 8, 12. 13, 26 damage. So we just need to deal a little bit more. So we do this. And then we block it as much as we can. We get out of the fight. Although we don't have Pendant set up well. That's okay. Bronze Scales is whatever. Alchemize is probably excellent. Art of War. That's hard to say. It's not going to do anything for a long time. Key, I guess? Okay. Can we fight this elite? If we rest, maybe. 19 extra health. Let's go for it. Okay, it's not Knob, it is max HP sentries though. It's a little scary. But I guess the Bronze Scales get some good action here. We might be dead, we'll see. We need a Phantasmal Killer. It's a very good Phantasmal Killer. And then we Speed Potion. Full block. I guess Speed Potion only saved us 8 life. 7 life there. That was kind of a bad Speed Potion, huh? Okay, 12. I guess we just do the 32 is the best way to do this. We do want to block this. And we even get the Nunchaku to let us save a little bit more. And then Acrobatics is right on cue. So get rid of a Daze, because that doesn't do anything. See how quickly we can kill this guy. And that's a nice full block again. Definitely, I think we're getting really lucky with the draw order in this fight. Okay, I'll take a fairy. Okay, make sure you're dead in 2 turns. We are gonna take some damage here. Oof, quite a bit. That sucks. We might have to use the fairy, get the fairy in this fight and use it immediately. With this draw, we're not dead. Next turn, so that's good. I will full block, because we're not reshuffling, so discarding the Dazed back in doesn't matter. And hey, we don't have to use the fairy. That means that we might not need the rest going into Slime Boss? Maybe? I'm not sure. Accuracy is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice way to scale damage. I guess I'll snag it, see what we got in this shop. Ooh, Artifact is good, Preserved Insect is good, Footwork on Sale is good, but I can't do any of the, like, none of these can be combined with those other options. Flash of Steel is actually decent, but expensive compared to the fact that I could just buy Clockwork Souvenir, Preserved Insect. Do I prefer preserved insect? That's wild. Try and do a really aggressive act 2. Kill them before they kill us. Clockwork souvenir. With the alchemized clockwork souvenir, it has a lot more use cases, like a speed potion or flex potion. This is also cheaper. And then that's all we get to do in this shop, and I think I'm okay with that. Uh-oh. They're coming in for 19, so we'd need to block for a little bit more than 10. Let's see if we can save the fairy. I think Survivor Neutralize on the looter does it. Yeah, it has to be neutralized on the looter. Okay, but let's alchemize, see what we get. Oh. Okay, well that'll be useful. But it doesn't work this turn. We're gonna try and kill the looter then? We can do some math. We have Phantasmal Killer next turn. So Blade Dance is 8 damage for each of these. So leaving this at 31 is a pretty nice breakpoint. Oh, but it takes 3, so it goes to 28. This would put it to 22. 28 is... let's see, well this does 12, so... let's just do it this way. Yeah, I have to kill this guy, otherwise I'm dead. It's kind of crazy, which I can kill him, it's just ironic that taking 1 damage is not good enough because I happen to be at 1 life. Okay, can we kill him? No, but we can block out, so that's good. So we will block, and then I guess we Phantasmal Killer. Hopefully he's dead next turn. He is. Okay, Nunchaku on 7. Distilled Chaos, huh? We're also shown a Masterful Stab here. I'm not really into the Masterful Stab. I don't think it's very good. Maybe it's good. We don't have a lot of good cards in the deck yet. Okay, we'll take it. Distilled Chaos is not as good as either of these. What is this? Exordium Thugs into Exordium Wildlife? The hardest fights back to back? Ugh. Well, we can survive this. Let's do it this way. Yeah, I'll alchemize. Dexterity potion's not that good. Oh, thank goodness we got the neutralize. We needed a little bit more block to make sure we're not. Oh, it doesn't matter because we have lethal. Okay. Sneaky Strike, Dagger Throw. I actually like Sneaky Strike pretty well. I like all of these pretty well. We don't have any AoE yet, but also I like to have a way to trigger Hovering Kite a little bit more reliably, so let's grab the Dagger Throw. I think we smith and just use the fairy in a bottle. What's the best smith? Masterful, accuracy. Let's do the accuracy. Okay, not the best order. No Phantasmal Killer on one. We got Blade Dance before accuracy. So a few things wrong here. Yeah, we're going to 100% just use the fairy next turn, but that was always the plan. I want all of these to skip the shuffle, except actually Phantasmal Killer I probably did not want to skip the shuffle, but here it is, skipping the shuffle anyway. Oh well. Not a great split. I would have loved to see Blade Dance there, but we didn't. That's okay, I think it's good enough. These deal 10 damage. 12 plus 6. So we just kill you. Set you up to get split. Eventually. Not next turn, apparently, but eventually. Not dead yet. Thank goodness. We needed to draw that Blade Dance. And we did. So we're good. Ta-da! After Image is good with the extra energy and like the cycle with acrobatics, hovering kite stuff. It's a block solution. We should take it. Snecko is not good at all with what we're doing. Sacred Bark is. Because of Alchemize. Okay, we didn't take the Preserved Insects, but I still feel relatively strong. Also, we can only get 2 elites max. Holy cow. So I guess we do Fire Elite, Fire Elite. Do we want this shop? Maybe. I definitely want these question marks. Take a little bit here. I guess we do this for Nunchaku purposes. The Phantasmal Killer ended up getting wasted. This is really unlucky. I hate to see that. Choose 2 cards and return them. I don't think that's super necessary. This potion's not that good, so we'll just go ahead and take 8. Ay, 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 and then we draw all strikes. Take another 7, so we've taken 15 damage this fight. That's horrendous, but at least we're done. Flechette's is not that great. Dagger Spray is decent. Oh, a surprise shop. That kind of sucks. It's a lousy shop. Okay, let's see how this fight goes. Okay, I think we just take 1 here is the logical decision. How much damage do we have? This is 40. Is that 56? So is there any way to get 16 more damage? 8 plus 6. 2 off. That's too bad. Although... nah, we don't have enough energy for it anyway. do the same thing here, just intentionally take a little bit, take 7. Bleeding out slowly, which is not good, but... Okay, I have no idea if we're gonna survive this, or rather, if he's gonna survive this. He does. I wanted him to survive so I could try and get the Alchemize. We did not get the Alchemize. Can we ever block for enough? We can't weaken him, so we would be blocking 13. Nah, we can't block for enough. So that's fine. We'll just not Alchemize this fight. Heal hook. We don't have a ton of weak or a ton of draw. I think this is a skip. Don't really need the deadly poison because we have a little bit of skilling already with the accuracy. Don't need to defend. I do want to accuracy. I do want to masterful stab. Oh, the Nunchaku actually comes in here, gets us 6 extra damage, I guess is what it accomplishes. This could be a hard fight. Oh no, because we stopped the what's it called? We stopped the confusion. Take 4 here, I think is fine. Is taking 5 more fine? It's actually only 4 more. Okay, it's actually none more. I'm saving this potion because it's good, but I don't mind using the other ones that were just crappy potions. Get a potion back. These are okay. Maybe I take the infinite blades because I have the accuracy. Okay, I'll go to this shop. Medkit's dumb, Anchor's okay. Piercing Wheel is good. Just gonna take the Anchor. Let's go Dagger Spray. Get our AoE to actually be substantial. Not a good opening hand. Oh my gosh, horrible opening hand. Jeez, this is terrible. I don't know what I'm saving. Oh, I'm saving Liquid Bronze for Book of Stabbing. Good enough for me. I'm definitely using Liquid Memories this fight, so might as well just use Liquid Memories this fight. Hopefully we're not dead. It looks like we are... dead? Not quite, but geez, it's not good. Liquid Memories for Dagger Throw and defend. I guess so. Okay, how do we deal 23? 12 plus 6 plus 6. Go down to 4 life, and then we're just dead. Is there any way to survive this? Double riddled with holes. Double sneaky strike. We didn't get the after image. But I think that's okay. I think we got what we needed. This always happens. These are 10 each. So it's 1 overkill to do it like this. And he's dead as well. Not actually. Not this turn. Well, yes, this turn, but not before he attacks. Dead to Thorns, though. Bag of Marbles is good. Backflip seems exceedingly important. Oh, good. My favorite, Avocado Rat. Are we dead? It looks like it. I don't think there's anyone to survive this. We're at 18 effective life. They're coming in for 27. Yeah, GG's. Oh, unless we almost somehow miraculously had lethal here, which we almost did. But we don't. Geez, every time I boss swap I die in Act 2. That's weird. What am I doing with my boss swaps that is so foolish? So, what is the reason that you die in Act 2? You die in Act... well, let's be careful here. They might just be unrelated Act 2 deaths, because... we just want to do losses. We died to I don't know, we died to a hallway fight, but kind of the elite fight dealt 7. We were just weak in every fight in Act 2. 20 oh my gosh, I guess we were just weak to Shelled Parasite, because that's what killed us, was Shelled Parasite twice. Alright, if we don't take 20 damage here, we're okay. If this is not Shelled Parasite, maybe we're okay also. I don't know. Chosen Cultist seems like it would probably kick our butts. Triple Cultist seems like it would probably kick our butts. The draw order was terrible here, so it kicked our butts. 17 damage was horrific. So this is the same story as... oh, it was actually a different run that I was thinking of that we lost in Act 2. It wasn't a boss swap. So, okay, so we haven't boss swapped in a long time. I was thinking of... where did I die in Act 2? Right here, and right here. And right here, this is the one I was thinking of, but it wasn't a boss swap, it was a rare relic. And then this one, technically we died in Act 2, but we died to the boss. This one we technically died to Act 2, but we died to the boss. This was our last one, the boss swap. So we're just trying to learn about boss swaps, right? We boss swapped here, died in Act 1 to Lagavulin. Boss swapped here, died in Act 2 to the champ. Although the champ fight was really close. We took 53 damage though. I was gonna say if we had taken a little bit less damage and chosen Flock, maybe we beat the champ. We took 53 damage. That's clearly a sign that we were weak to the champ. Okay. Then we, which is a big difference from dying to Act 2 hallways. Although the same story applies here, right? We took 23 damage on floor 1 against or floor 18, whatever, against Shelled Parasite. Pretty much the exact same story. Shelled Parasite, Shelled Parasite. Even though we died to the champ, we were horrific against Act 2. You see, we only took 1 elite, and we took 45 damage to that elite because we were terrified of elite fights, so we knew we were going to get crushed. We took 15 damage, 4 damage, 22 damage, 29 damage. We were horrible against Act 2 fights. So I think it is the same story. The same story here is that we boss swapped into Hovering Kite. Why did that make us so bad against Act 2? Why does that make us bad against Act 2? I guess 2 extra cards on turn 1 is just really, really good against Act 2. This was a decent boss relic, right? Like, it helped us in important fights, and still we just were getting pounded. It's not because, like, oh, our boss relic just sucked. Like, Sacred Bark is fine if you haven't alchemized, and we even used it, like, effectively. We still just got pounded. Here, Fusion Hammer is a totally fine boss relic. We just got wrecked. Clockwork Souvenir even performed a little bit. It wasn't phenomenal, but it performed a little bit. It saved us from weak in the elite fight, which probably made the difference of a little bit of extra damage we might have taken. Obviously, it blocked Frail in this fight. It blocked Frail in this fight. It blocked Confusion in this fight, right? I was gonna criticize this choice, but this is, I think, a fine choice. I was gonna criticize it for being like a really tunnel-visioned Act 4 pick, where it's like, oh, blocking vulnerable against the heart, and we didn't get strong enough early on. But this played very well in the fights that we just bled out against. 4 damage and 8 damage isn't bad, but 20 damage is unacceptable. 17 damage is unacceptable. And this was going to be a lot more than 6 damage. It says 6 damage here, but we're going to take a lot more than that. We only had 6 life left is the reason that it says 6 damage. Actually, we only had 3 life left, so actually it was only 6 damage. It actually was only 6 damage, which isn't that much. But it just is unacceptable to take 20 damage in the first fight of Act 2. So how do you stop yourself from doing that if you don't have 2 extra draw on turn 1? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how to solve this conundrum. If you're out 2 draw on turn 1, then you get into Act 2, and a huge percentage of the time you're going to have too many strikes in defense in your opening hand. Right? It's a 23 card deck. 10 of our cards are strike, defend, or a Sunder's Bane. That's half the deck. On turn 1, you only get 5 draws. Did we ever skip a card? Like, we added a card in every single card reward. We skipped this. I guess we could have taken Slice, not that, right? That Slice wouldn't have helped at all. That'd be as bad as Strike. Nor would Deadly Poison or Outmaneuver. Took Alchemize. We took Accuracy. I guess we could have taken Flying Knee. That wouldn't have been better. Took Master Stab. We could have taken Sucker Punch. Dagger Throw actually was probably the best card here for sure. So we only skipped 1 card reward, and it was just miserable. And honestly, I'm surprised we didn't have more card rewards that were miserable. This is actually a fairly good roll of card rewards. Blade Dance, Acrobatics, Phantasmal Killer. Like, the card rewards were exceptional, and we lost anyway. Okay, maybe before I do this 50 sample size on boss swaps, maybe I need to just watch Zeknar. I don't know if I mentioned his name, but when I told you that if you're going to be one of the greats, you need to do what the greats do and know what the greats know. In this case, Zeknar is the greats, because he's the world record holder for what I'm trying to accomplish here. Heart kills, Ascension 20 silent win streaking. So rather than just do what he does, there's that first part. I need to know what he knows. I think it's going to be fruitless to run back these boss swaps even up to a sample size of 50 if every run goes like this, because both of these runs are just baffling me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do differently to not lose to Shelled Parasite on floor 18. Or just lose to Act 2 fights in general, right? I mean, this is like the big showcase where it's like, aha, look, we took 20 damage, Shelled Parasite, it sucks, but the bottom line is we sucked against every fight in this run, every Act 2 fight we sucked against, and that actually is represented by the amount of damage we took in almost every fight. We only took 4 damage here because the muggers ran away. Every other fight we took 15 damage or more. Usually a lot more. Okay, so clearly a hallway fight problem, not just like a, oh, we got roasted on floor 18 with an unlucky draw. Just like legitimate proof of bad fights. And here, it's like a little bit less obvious. 8 damage and 4 damage isn't too bad, but with Sacred Bark, your deck is able to be bad against hallway fights, but some of the fights don't look like they went bad because you just used a potion. But you can't use a potion in every fight. You technically can, but let's say they don't always do something, right? The artifact potion doesn't do anything, and that was one of the potions we had. There are a lot of other potions that do very little, like Dexterity Potion doesn't do much. It technically saved us like 4 life or something in the Snecko fight. That doesn't solve a fight, saving 4 life on 1 turn. So reasonably, the number of times, even with an Alchemize, the number of times you're going to see a potion that's good enough to give you these outlier success points in Act 2, the frequency is low enough that it's still correct to conclude that you're bad against Act 2 fights, even with Sacred Bark Alchemize, making it look like the data is pooling some really good fights. It wasn't pulling that many good fights. These don't count as good fights because we had to just use good potions on them. We had to use excellent potions here and we still lost. I say excellent potions, was it just liquid memories? Maybe. So yeah, the point is, the reason I was giving that little preface is because I want to say that both of these have the similarity of just being bad at Act 2 always. And this was even bad against the Act 2 boss, apparently. Oh, I did want to say, I've been thinking about this today. I did this run yesterday, I think. Yeah, I did this run yesterday, and we did a really long post-run analysis on it, where I was very much at a loss. I am not so much at a loss anymore. I think I know what to say about the champ fight. This actually might be a winning seed. My title for this video is Unwinnable Seed. But this was actually, I mean, it's certainly a winnable seed. I actually think I know how to win it now, and it's just, I didn't play the bot. I don't know why I didn't see this. This should have been so obvious to me, but with a day of reflection, I see now what happened was that the champ is an easy fight if I let myself nightmare something meaningful. I think both of my nightmare targets, I had 2 nightmares in the deck. I, for whatever reason, did not choose to use, to like wait around to use either of my nightmare on any of my powers. Which I only had 2 powers. Footwork, Noxious. I used 1 nightmare on Deadly Poisons. That was horrible. Horrible decision. I don't know what I used the other one on, but we had well-laid plans. Just take some damage in the champ fight and nightmare, footwork, and Noxious Fumes. That's all there is to it. I don't know why I didn't do that. That fight goes really well. And then I actually think the rest of the game becomes pretty easy from there. With 2 nightmares, footwork, and Noxious Fumes, we'll beat every fight. So maybe that's part of the lesson here. Like, the way to win is to take a really conservative Act 2, but you can't always take a conservative Act 2. Like right here, I think we were forced to do something. I don't know, maybe we did path too aggressively here. But the bottom line is, we boss swapped and we're bad against Act 2. How do we stop that? And if I don't know, I need to go find out, rather than just jamming games. That's my conclusion here. I haven't said it overtly enough. There's my conclusion here. I know I hem and haw a lot in these. I get distracted by my commentary, and a lot of my thoughts come off as half-baked. So I do apologize for that. So hopefully you've picked up amongst my distractions what I'm getting at from point to point. Hopefully, if you don't, then you probably don't stick around and watch my content anyway. So my hope is that you are able to get most of what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. Even though most of what I'm saying, the reason behind it gets obfuscated because of my distracted nature. In this case, I think we have come full circle. Point is, we want to be ambitious about getting better, which means I do want to do a bunch of boss swaps. But before I do that, I learned from just my 2 sample size and my inability to analyze them correctly, that a greater sample size is not going to teach me what I need to know until I do some studying, get some tutoring specifically. So I will do that by watching some Zeknar boss swaps. I don't know how far back I'll have to go on his stream histories to find these boss swaps. His most recent boss swap sample size, I don't think he recorded, so I need to go and find it. I think maybe a year ago he did on stream a bunch of boss swap recordings, but that might be on his old channel too. There's like a new YouTube channel that's posting his streams. I don't know why. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you learned anything from this video, hopefully the thing you learned is that that you can go learn from someone else, because I know a lot, but I don't know how to boss swap on silent. We'll catch you next time, and maybe we'll be a little bit better informed. Until then, have a good one.